Hi, I don't know if it's started yet. Hang on a second. Right, okay. I'm live. Hello. If you're joining me now in your lunch break, or if you watch this later, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. And what I want to do is show you a way so that you can find calm and peace and get into that beautiful meditative state without having to sit still in sitting meditation, right? We spend way too much time sitting already, okay? And actually we have all this pent up frustration energy. We have so much activity going on in our brain that actually what we really need to do is disperse it through our bodies, connect back into our bodies so that we get out of here, especially out of our frontal cortex brain. Then we can just start to get a sense of relaxing and calm. So, yeah, hi there if you're joining me. So, first of all, right, how many of you are completely overthink. I'm an overthinker, right? We have so much to think about. We have so much stimulus going on. The internet is full of it, right? It's very hard for us to actually switch off, right? Especially if we have high-powered jobs, if we're entrepreneurial, we have like 20 hats to wear a lot of the time until you've already made it and you've got a nice big team. Okay. When you're not quite there yet, there's a lot going on. Now, when you consider that we might have between 50 and 80,000 thoughts a day. Now, when you think, I looked into it this a bit, this the speed of our thought can travel down, right, from our brain through into our nervous system, into our body, 120 meters a second. Now, so of course, if you think about that, all that mental energy whirling around, then, when we want to do something, we're charging it into our bodies. And if we don't move enough, what's going to happen? All that energy is going to get kind of stuck in our bodies. It doesn't have anywhere to go. If we're not moving it, it's going to cause dis-ease. It causes pain. It causes tension. And then it causes more serious things, right? And because we are all connected, we've got there's too much going on here. We've also got our emotions, okay? Whatever we think, that's going to connect to how we feel. And then now more and more in the last, I'd say, 10, 15 years, a lot more research has been emerging about how the energy, our body has so many receptors and there's so much information that our body absorbs, okay? And that completely goes back up to our brain. When you consider that our stomach actually has 30 neurotransmitters and our brain has 40 neurotransmitters, right? So, how many of you get stomachache at times? Now, when you get bad stomachache, have you been eating something dodgy? That's the obvious thing, right? But is it because you've got a lot of stress going on? Perhaps you've got a big decision to make, or you're anxious or you're worrying. That's going to cause you stomachache, right? And so, let me just put this music on a little bit. I want you to experience something in this mini session as well as just me talking, right? So, I don't know if you are able to find a place to stand. If you're sat in a chair at your desk and you're just sneakily watching this, then just go with that. If you can stand up next to the desk and get your feet on the earth, even better. Otherwise, in your chair, try and put your feet on the floor if you can. I can't because I'm short, right? But you can sense into your pelvis and the weight of it sinking into your chair. If you're standing, find your feet connecting to the earth. Feel the balls of your feet, your toes, your heels sinking, spreading into the earth. Even if the earth is a carpet, even if the earth is a smooth floor, okay? When we connect to the earth, what we actually do is we connect to the magnetic frequency of the earth. The magnetic frequency of the earth, which is the frequency of, it's the same frequency, 7.83 hertz, about 8 hertz, as our brain when it's in a more calmer state, alpha theta, which is why when we walk in nature, we immediately feel more calm. And we can energetically connect to this frequency of the earth. Tests have shown, in fact, that the frequencies can still be experienced through concrete, on concrete that's above the ground. Okay, I can't talk about if you're on a skyscraper on floor 76, how much you're going to connect with the earth, but there will be a connection. Energy travels, right? Ask Mr. Tesla. Okay, so as you place your feet on the earth and you feel that connection, you can soften in the knees and sink and relax. And when you soften in the knees, also feel this lengthening. So your pelvis supports you. So if you're sat on a chair, you're still going to feel that support. But then you have this lengthening in your spine all the way up to your head. Okay? This creates space. And what I always like to do is just energetically get a sense of calling the energy from the earth, bringing it into your hands. Now, this is broken. Bringing it all the way up, drawing this energetic line through your center, your central axis, all the way up. And then exhale, and imagine your exhalation just sweeping down you. And again, inhale up. And just feel your breath sweeping down you. And as your breath sweeps down you, you're just going to let the breath energetically sweep off any of the excess tension and stress, okay? Now, the reason why you're starting to hear this gentle beat in the background is because I'm inviting you to consciously, now if you're on a chair, okay, just do what you can. So, just start to move a limb. Start to move your wrists, start to move your fingers, okay? If you're working a lot, you might need to move them. Start to move your shoulders forwards and back, yeah? Feel those shoulder blades sliding over your ribs, okay? Don't worry if you've got people around you. This is good for you, right? This is cleansing and flushing your system. Every movement we make, all the fluids move through our cells. The fluids move through the cell membranes by osmosis. We cleanse away what we don't need, the toxins, yeah? We also, of course, energize and oxygenize our cells by moving. So, and if you can, just get a sense of lengthening in the spine and see if you can imagine the front part of your spine, the spaces in the front of your spine starting to open. Now, when you do this, that also means that you have to open your chest. This can be big stuff for a lot of us. If you're tall, if you have some shyness, if you carry around some shame, if you feel vulnerable, what's the first thing you do? You try and protect yourself, right? So by opening this, already this can be huge, yeah? Open, and if you can, stretch and expand. And release. Okay, again. And release. Okay, and then we want to release our heads, right? So, can you imagine that actually you've got your spine going up the middle of you and your head is just kind of like this loose, wobbly ball, right? Okay, not completely loose. You don't want to like lose your head. But you know, you're just letting your head sort of roll around. This is big stuff, right? How often are we on our heads? All the time. Imagine if we're just sort of doing things from here downwards, right? There's no thought involved. We just do. Wouldn't we get things done a lot quicker instead of all that agonizing thinking about the stuff we should be doing? Are we doing it right? You know, should we, shouldn't we? No, just we're just gonna just see if you can just isolate your head, relax the muscles in your neck. Don't forget to keep breathing. And if you can, I really encourage you to relax your jaw. Right? Really make silly faces. Hey, look, I'm doing live. I'm on, you know, official public social media, and I'm just like, you know, because all our tension, which is connected to here, is here. When you think about it, when you get tense, when you get angry, when you're annoyed with someone, what do? You tense your jaw, right? When we're afraid, what do? You tense your jaw. You can't smile and have a tense jaw at the same time. It doesn't work, right? You can't do it. And that's why smiling is such a great exercise. In fact, after this session today, I really encourage you to smile a bit more. Even if you've got no one to smile at your plant. Smile at the sky. Just smile. And if you do that, and if you're in an environment where you've got other people around, I guarantee you're going to feel so much better. And you might get a few smiles back, okay? So, also, if we're very tense here, very hard to smile, all right? So, encouraging you to just... Now, this track, when I play music, you don't have to move exactly in time to the music. This is quite fast music, right? You don't have to move that fast. You can just go half time, right? If you have the space, if you have the energy, if you feel called to, great. Have a proper shake. If you're sat on your chair, have a proper shake. Move forwards, move backwards, move side to side. Shake out your legs, shake out your feet, okay? And make it a conscious, mindful shaking where you are releasing excess nervous tension, excess nervous energy. And inhale, and then when you exhale, release. So I'd like to invite you to think about your energizing, releasing, energizing, releasing, energizing, releasing. You might want to try yawning. Yawning resets the nervous system. Do big proper yawns if you're going to do it. Open and close your eyes. Do a nice big sigh. Maybe you shifted a bit of energy. Feel a little bit better. So, I've called this session Unshakable, and I'm asking you to shake. Why? Because the whole point of being unshakable is that it doesn't mean that we don't move and we're rigid, unshakable. It means that we can just flow with whatever comes at us, right? So I invite you to just soften into your body and just with every inhalation, feel a part of your body expanding. With every exhalation, you're releasing. Now, we have our breath coming in and out. And we also have the air around us, that element of air. Okay? We've had a lot of air in England recently with all the storms and the wind. But sometimes there are the storms of other people's emotions, the storms of politics, the storms of whatever comes at us, right? And I invite you to think of it as a kind of, how can we call it? Well, it's a dance, a slow dance of adapting to whatever comes at you. If your body is rigid, right, then whatever comes at you, what's going to happen? There's going to be this resistance, you might get knocked off. You can't adapt. When you have some fluidity and ease and space in your body, what happens is that you just go with the flow, right? So inviting you to just get a sense of being unshakable by just being really fluid. Your feet are rooted to the ground, okay? I can tell you about a story in India when I did this whole exercise of us connecting to the earth. Yeah, we connected to the magnetic frequency of the earth. It's called Blue Prana. We did this exercise where the energy comes only up to the knees and back down. We did it for half an hour. And after half an hour, honestly, none of us could actually physically lift our feet off the ground. We felt so connected to the energy. So that energy is there. I mean, that's why gravity exists, right? That energy is there. That energy holds us and supports us. And if we stay connected to our feet and also to our pelvis, which is the center of our gravity, okay, we can let anything come our way. We can dance around it, okay? So it's about being fluid and adaptable to the situation, okay? And this is an aspect of getting resilient. If something comes at us, we can deflect it, we can just skirt around it, we can just change shape, we might have to duck under it, we might have to go over the situation. Yeah, we might have to get creative about it. And that's how we can stay resilient. So I've got this thing falling down my track because the thing broke off it. So inviting you to just stay fluid. So inviting you, in fact, to find, create, and explore new shapes in your body. If you always do everything the same linear way, the same patterns, when something comes at you that means that you have to get your body into a different position, it could be like a piece of furniture and you're not used to getting on that high stool. Or it could be that shelf is so high you can't reach it, right? And if you are so used to doing things in a certain way, your body is locked into those patterns of doing things that way. And when you try and change and adjust, oh my God, that is so hard. Oh, I can't possibly get up on that stool. Oh, I never sit that high, right? We're not being very adaptable, right? So the idea is to invite in more space in your body and just letting go a bit of how things should be, certainly letting go of how you should look. That's the first thing, which can be the biggest thing of all, of how you're looking. Because what does that mean? I mean, can you see how you look? Unless you're doing it in front of the mirror, you can't see what you're doing. You're worrying about what someone else over there is perceiving of you, right? Who is more important? Whose opinion is more important? Their opinion or your opinion of yourself, right? So, and the irony is, sometimes when we do these sort of crazy things, people think, oh, gosh, look at that. She managed to do it. Or he managed to do that. Gosh, fancy that. I'd have never thought of him or her. Right? And we're thinking, oh, we look really stupid. We can't possibly try and do that. No. Prove them wrong. So, I hope you've gotten something out of this mini session today. I've actually done a lot more talking than I intended to. But I hope you've kept moving while I've been talking. Thank you for joining me. I'd love to know what you thought of it. I'm still navigating this software that I'm using, but by all means, drop a comment in wherever you're seeing it, and I will see it. Any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer them. If there are other things that you would like me to look at and do with embodiment and mind and body, I'm going to be doing regular lives. Please drop a suggestion. I'd love to hear what would be interesting for you, what would be useful for you, what would resonate for you. Have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend, and see you soon. Thanks for joining. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you've got any question, I'm just trying to see where, I don't know why the chat's not been coming. It has come up with before. Okay. Have a great rest of the day. Please drop a line in the comments below. Okay, if you've got any questions. I do apologize. I'm trying to figure out how to see any comments in this, and I haven't been able to see them. Okay. Have a great day. See you soon.